Hey there folks, Luke here with the Outdoor Gear Review. I hope you are all doing well. Today for this episode, this is another episode of my favorite gear. Now this is one of my favorite stoves, and this is the Optimus Crux. I love this stove. Right here, this is it. Very, very small, very, very lightweight. This is a butane propane powered stove. The stove is right here inside of this neoprene sleeve. Optimus. Flip this around. There's the stove itself. This little sleeve right here is a great way to protect your stove, and also you could keep a lighter inside of here just in case. It's always nice to have a backup, and I like to have an extra lighter with my stove just in case. So here is the stove itself. As you can see there, it's very, very small. It's very lightweight. It weighs 3 ounces. Folds open just like that. Latches. It has 3 legs here at the top to support your pot, and it will support any size pot. Now going down, this is the regulator, and it tells you which way to turn it. So this folds out just like so. Off, higher, then back to off. Now you can see here, to fold that, you have to turn it on just a little bit. So always remember, before you attach this to your gas can, fold it out and to turn it off. So I will go ahead and attach it to the gas can. Very, very simple. Just like that. Now you're ready to cook. Now when it comes to the Crux stove, there are many different ways to purchase this stove. This is the Crux. There's also a Crux Lite. And with the Crux Lite version, it's actually about $10 cheaper. It's a little bit lighter in weight, but it does not have the ability for the head to fold. There we go. Fold down just like that. It is permanently stuck just like this. You could purchase the stove by itself, and you can also purchase it with a cook set. Now, as I mentioned, there's lots of different versions, and I will go over those for you right now. There's the Optimus Crux Stove, which runs $50. There's the Optimus Crux Lite Stove, which is $39. There's the Crux Stove with Terra Weekend HE cook set. There's the Crux Lite with Terra Weekend HE cook set. Now, right here is the Terra cook set, which I really like. It's a great cook set, and it really has served me well for many, many years. Yeah. It's aluminum, it's fairly lightweight, very nice. For this episode, I'm not really focusing on the cook set itself. I'm focusing on the stove. I really like this stove. 3 ounces, super lightweight. That's incredibly lightweight. And I like to match it up with a titanium pot. This is the Toaks 750 milliliter titanium pot. Super lightweight. What I like to do is to take my cup here, and I can put my gas can in it, I can put my stove with the extra lighter, and it's a very, very small system all inside of this pot. It takes up no space in my pack, and it's also very lightweight. Now, of course, with it being lightweight, you know, that's a major plus, but ultimately, it really depends on how well it performs, and I'm glad to say that this stove really does perform well. You can simmer, you can crank it up even higher to just do, you know, maximum heat. It boils water extremely fast. I mean, it really is impressive. Now, I would do a test for you all today, but it is extremely windy. Right now the winds are rocking about 25 miles an hour with gusts up to 40, so it really wouldn't do this stove justice. And also I don't have a windscreen or anything like that, and to make one would take some time. So you just have to take my word for it. You guys have seen this stove in so many videos, so many adventures. I mean, this has been the stove that you guys have seen for years now. And yes, I do like to alternate between other stoves, but this really is one of my favorites. Now when it comes to stability, as long as you have this laying down on a flat surface, you really don't have anything to worry about. If you're setting this on a rock and it's kind of cockeyed, then you kind of have a problem because you only have these 3 legs for support. So, you know, make sure that you're putting it down on a flat surface. That goes for any stove. So yeah, stability, just fine. When it comes to these gas containers, 75% butane, 25% propane, you could purchase these online. Usually I purchase like, I want to say that I got like 12 of these. at one point in time. But I have tons of them. You can buy them all over the place. You can buy them in stores as well. This is a 3.88 ounce can. And this will run for roughly 30 minutes at full blast. Now when you go out backpacking, how often do you run your stove for 30 minutes? You know what I mean? Wide open. So one can last you a very, very long time. It really can. Multiple trips. You may be wondering, what about cons? Well, with the stove itself, there really aren't too many. I mean, it's just a good functioning stove. When it comes to canister stoves like this, they are not the best for really cold conditions. So once you're looking into the 30-degree mark, even up to about 38, this is not the best stove in the entire world to use. Yes, you can use it, you can warm up the can some, and that will help. But when it really starts getting cold, I would recommend going to something else. Also, my friends, I need to mention here that this is stainless steel, and the legs are too. Very strong, very sturdy. So folks, that pretty much wraps up this episode of my favorite gear, the Optimus Crux Stove. It really is. It's just a great stove to have. It takes up no space in your pack. It's super lightweight. You won't even notice it. You can control how much gas you're releasing so you can simmer it. You can also go to maximum boil, and within just a minute or two, you will have boiling water. It's really very, very impressive. It's just a great product. Now, if you guys have any questions for me, please feel free, drop me a line, let me know. I will answer those if I can. For all things related to the outdoors, stay here with the Outdoor Gear Review. Strength and honor. Tell you what, why not make this just a little bit longer? You can take the stove, you can slide it into the neoprene case, which is really, really nice. It's very handy. And of course, if you don't want to carry it, you don't have to. So you have it inside. You put your lighter in there. Put it on the side of the stove. Don't put it on top of the stove. Then you take your gas can, you put it on top. You wrap that around. Check that out. Now you slide that inside of your pot. Usually I take a washcloth, half of one, put it on top. So you have your stove, your lighter, your gas, a washcloth, lid on, you're ready to go. Gosh, that's nice. Bye, guys. Now, what am I covering today? I'm covering one of my favorite stoves. Is it my one in... Today for this episode, I am covering... Today for this episode, it is